it's time for some Mirror's Edge news. All right, this is all old news, but you know, you guys want me to. I guess you're interested in more hearing about what I think about things rather than just hearing about the news topics. Because when it comes down to it, if you watch these videos of mine, you guys all want the Mirror's Edge stuff. When I do these videos, it's not necessarily immediately after it was announced. It may be much later. But I think that most of what stems from it, the entertainment value, is just my reactions to it, which is what you guys want in particular. What do you think about this? So with that being said, let's get right to it. I'm going to transfer you guys over to the desktop, and we got a lot of new info. Alright, so we are on the Mirror's Edge Catalyst website, and there's been a few developments. Alright, for one, let's just quickly go over the small stuff, then we'll get to the big stuff. Alright, we got a new character announced, and that is Nomad. Well, not really announced, but I guess you would say detailed. So this is the guy that we saw in the story trailer. He was with Icarus, he was running with Faith, and he has a pretty interesting background. It says, Nomad is no runner, though he too lives on the rooftops. An outcast by choice and an artist by trade, Nomad wages his own little war against the conglomerate using his spray cans and sense of humor. He and Faith have been close friends for many years. Now, if you remember correctly, there was something regarding the multiplayer of Catalyst where they mentioned that you would be able to, like, somehow your friends would know you did something in the game by showcasing your runner glyph, or I guess your runner tag, they kind of called it. And I wonder if this has something to do with it. This character has something to do with those tags, because, like spray painting, graffiti, things like that. Pretty interesting. There's also, in the original, this is also another point, in the original trailer for the game, the guy who was giving Faith her tattoos, at least from what I could tell, was Nomad. And you can see that, he sort of has a very similar hairstyle. If I pulled up the actual teaser trailer, somehow, actually it's right here. I'll just go to the freaking stuff. You can take a look here on the trailer. Which one is it? There we go. You can see he's, it's a depth of field background, so you can like barely see, but he has a very similar hairstyle to Nomad. Do this. Very similar indeed. So, I think it is a possibility that this could be him, and we're gonna learn more about his character, and I wonder how big of a role he plays throughout the story. Is he just kind of there, or is he like part of an even bigger role? I'm not really sure, but that's who we have revealed. Pretty cool. Nomad is his name, and the big thing that was revealed was the corporations. All right, this is detailing the corporations in the game. Remember that this is an oligarchy government that is ruled by corporations, or corporations that rule everything basically. Says the conglomerate rules the city of glass. Learn about the corporations behind it. So some of these corporations have appeared in the previous Mirror's Edge game, like Callahan, for example. It says, on the busy streets of glass, the corporations of the ruthless conglomerate rule supreme. Their billboards are seen on almost every building, and they serve to fuel the desire and aspirations of the regular citizens, while also adding to the glossy face of the conglomerate exterior. Behind that exterior lurks a repressive and authoritarian regime where a perfect mix of fear and envy has turned its citizens into willing participants of their own enslavement. The conglomerate consists of 13 nationwide corporate houses. In this post, you'll get to know 6 of the most powerful and influential corporations. Let's kick off with Kruger Holding. Alright, so there's 13 corporations total, they said. We got 6 of them here today, and I'm curious to know if we're going to find out all 13 of them, like if they're all going to have some sort of, integral story moment for Catalyst, or if it's just, this game is going to be all about Kruger, and then we'll have like other games that are going to be more about taking down the different corporations and things like that. So I'm curious about that. But let's find out about Kruger Holding. A security weapons manufacturer and resource mining giant, Kruger Holding is the largest and most influential corporation within the conglomerate. A. Kruger has occupied the conglomerate's director chair for 10 out of the 14 fiscal years since the conglomerate's rise to power. I got a phone call almost. And currently, Joanna Kruger is calling the shots. Its main subsidiary, Kruger Sec, handles all security in Cascadia, and its personal enforcement order on the streets and rooftops of the vast, sprawling cities. Kruger Sec is led by Gabriel Kruger and has its corporation headquarters in Glass. Alright, so Joanna Kruger is... she's like, I guess... It's interesting, because I think that she's family, right? It's all about family. Gabriel is... he leads the security part of it, but Joanna is actually leading the whole corporation part of it. So that is really interesting. I originally thought that Gabriel was actually just, you know, the actual one guy behind it. But now we're finding out new stuff that he has family members that ruled it, and Joanna is the one who's holding it. So pretty cool. All right. It says Sylvine Systems or Sylvine Systems. I'm gonna call. Say it's Sylvine. Someone will correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. Sylvine is the premier software and hardware manufacturer in Cascadia. Their attention to detail and quality quickly propelled them to the top of the market, where they proceeded to assimilate all competition. They are involved in several cross-collaboration projects with Kruger Holding and Everdeen Energy, and their products range from advanced wearables to surveillance systems, entertainment systems, and personal data tablets. So those are the guys who sell your TVs, make your phones, and of course when you know, at the beginning of the game where Icarus gave Faith, you know, the on-screen, whatever you want to call it, it's not virtual, it's augmented reality. That's it. It's like an augmented reality thing. It was created by Sylvine or Sylvine Systems, however you want to say it. So there is that. Callahan, this is a corporation from the original Mirror's Edge. I'm actually glad they brought it back. That's pretty cool. Callahan Construction Corp. Callahan Construction Corp, or CC Corp, is the major construction and engineering corporation in Cascadia. Close collaboration with Bryson Motors, has led them to make several advances in building techniques, machinery, material. CC Corp is very present in Glass, and they are responsible for the massive construction projects that are reshaping the city into a paragon of the conglomerate ideal. So that is pretty nice. Like, I love the architecture in this freaking game. So that's pretty sweet to see, and looks good. So it is pretty nice that, you know, they brought him back from the original Mirror's Edge, and now they're playing an even, you know, bigger role. In fact, at the very end of the game, you basically found out that they were the ones that were kind of behind it, the whole conspiracy going on, and so the story, it's funny because the story was almost kind of leading into this corporate battle in the original Mirror's Edge, but just didn't quite get there because it was more personal. But this one is definitely going to just take that and propel it forward. Maya Media Group. MMG is the premier news and entertainment provider in Cascadia, controlling all major news outlets, sports arenas, and entertainment production companies. They are experts at propaganda, manipulation, and public pacification, and the other corporation rely on their talent and know-how in their messaging to the public. The news guys, basically. So, pretty cool. Anansi Group grew to fill the gaps left by the other major corporations. Starting out as a pure furniture manufacturer, the group has since grown to produce and sell everything from toothpicks and diapers to king-size beds. Really. It operates several different retail chains, catering to the different employee castes, and being the youngest corporation, they are also the most aggressive and in some way the most unorthodox of the corporate houses. As we discussed before, knowing your enemy is excelling in Mirror's Edge is key to excelling in Mirror's Edge Callus. I didn't see that. We hope this post gives you some insight on where to know where exactly you'll be placing your step running across the rooftops. Okay, so pretty cool. And Nancy is like 3M kind of. They're like basically the futuristic 3M, because 3M makes everything, you know, and that's kind of like what they're like. So it's pretty interesting, and they're kind of like on the rise. They're brand new. I wouldn't be surprised if Anansi shows up in the sequel as like just taking over this huge power and things like that. So it's pretty cool about the corporations. I'm sure they're going to be adding more. This is sort of like just like the corporations page. I'm sure they're going to be giving us like a characters page and stuff like that. I'm actually surprised that they don't have a character like a corporations page next to the characters. You might actually want that. Might want to add that. All right. Now there is another thing I want to know. People have sent me messages regarding. Actually, I'm gonna post. I'm gonna open the other tab. Here it is, and I'm gonna drag this tab back into here. People sent me Twitter like links and stuff, and they wanted me to check out this. And I've seen this before. This isn't like anything I just like found out from you guys sending me this. I have seen this before. I didn't talk about it, but yes. This is basically, so the big thing here is that you can actually create time trials. That's part of the multiplayer element that they're going to have. And this is so far all that we know of the multiplayer. We don't know, they said it was asynchronous, and this kind of makes sense because if you're building time trials, you're not going to be playing with your buddies, you're going to be competing with them, but you're on different separate, you're not going to all be like together. It's not like you're going to be running together as a pair, you'll be running on your own and then competing with stats. So this is, as far as we know, this is the only multiplayer element that we actually have for Mirror's Edge Catalyst, and I don't know if we're going to get more, but you can just see. Beautiful music. And it's just some nice gameplay and stuff. So pretty cool, and it says create time trial, and you can just do it again and stuff like that. Now you see the different language on the bottom here. It actually, they translated it in the description here. It says we thought about what we want to do with Mirror's Edge, and what we wanted I can't even talk. I'm gonna start over. We thought about what we want to do with Mirror's Edge and what we wanted as resonance with the first play. For example, the time trial and the way people use this space and move in this beautiful city. And have a city where you can walk about freely and explore. That's what we wanted. And to achieve this, it was a lot of effort. Everything is handmade, and there is no architectural repetitions, basically. So it seems official. I mean, obviously it's true gameplay. You can see there's a pause menu, and it's true gameplay, and there is creative time trials. So I don't know where the original footage resurrected from, or where they got it. Basically, I'm not really sure, but that is pretty interesting. I do like that. There's also another video someone sent me that I didn't see prior, and it had to do with the gosh, I'm really active on Twitter. Here's one video that I'll show for you guys, and shout out to these people who are sending me this on Twitter. This is a full day-night cycle for Mirror's Edge Catalyst, and for those of you guys who haven't seen it, apparently it's gonna, I forgot what the timing is. They said it was gonna be like a full day is like 48 minutes or something like that. It takes for the full day night, so, but you guys can see, it's just a time lapse, and the dynamic shadows, the sun's going down, then the lights come up, and it's, blue sky, or the dark midnight blue sky, and then you'll see the moon go down, there it is, some flying vehicles, and then the sun rises, and it's a really nice video. It shows you the beauty of the world and the complexity and things like that. So pretty freaking cool. Gosh, I got a lot of video. So here we go. This is the one I was looking for. This has to do with the real-time reflections. I don't know how I'm able to get this. Oh, here we go. This is actually good. This has to do with the real-time reflections in the game. All right. So but they are real-time reflections, but they're screen space reflections. And you guys, if you guys watch my Final Fantasy 15 video, for example, screen space reflections are basically reflections that cast depending on the camera angle. So you guys can actually see, at the beginning of this video, I want you to pay attention. If you guys can see my mouse cursor, pay attention to under the stairs here, that reflection. I want you to pay attention to this reflection. As the camera is moving down, you're going to see it disappear. See it? See it disappear completely, and it'll reappear as it moves up. That's what screen space reflections are. They're just reflections in relation to where the camera is located. They get the job done, but they're cheap and expensive, and that's why a lot of people use them. But this is kind of cool. It kind of gives you like a developer kind of mode in here. The full game is completely paused, and you're able to move around with a free camera. And it shows you a little bit more of the city of glass and the architecture surrounding it, and how beautiful it is. So everything is screen space reflections. I don't know if we're going to have higher grade reflections on PC, whether we're going to have actual reflections on the PC version. I'm not really sure, so we're going to have to find out. But the screen space effects are going to be in heavy use here, and that's part of the way just to make the city feel, you know, I guess alive and beautiful and glossy. They're going for that really nice glossy look. I love this banner right here. Look at this this Alcon banner. It actually changes color. Yeah, these electronic banners and stuff like that. There's a rope you can swing on. You can see the stock market banner on the top of this building. There's some stocks. So yeah, this is obviously, you know, a developer preview, and I don't know where this originated from, but it is pretty interesting footage. Really interesting footage. Just gives you a good idea of like the different aspects and the thing, and you know, the different style and whatnot. Assertion failed. Shit. Yeah, game development can be really frustrating. Game development can be really, really frustrating. I always love watching stuff like this though, because, you know, it really gives you an idea of where they're feeling. You can actually see there's reflections again. If you look at my mouse cursor, if you look in this general area, these reflections on the bottom are going to disappear as he moves the camera. Pay close attention to that. See those reflections popping in right there with the door, right here? That's what screen space reflections do. You'll never notice this during gameplay because, you know, when everything's in motion, you're not really looking towards it. But if you were to actually look towards it, then this is what you would see. So, just letting you guys know. I'm going to slightly skip ahead here and see if we can get a different viewpoint, there we go. Beautiful city though. I love, you know, I love the art style of the colors, and that really, you know, shows. You get these little drones flying up here, which is great. A little satellite thing going around in circles. Looks great. We still don't have a good idea. We don't have a general idea of how big the world is. We're not exactly sure yet. So that's the end of the video. I'm not exactly sure how big the world is, but I'm going to assume huge. You know, I would like a video detailing how big the world is and use an example of how big the world is with like a different open world game or something like that. I would really be interested in seeing that. Other than that, I think we're good. They closed the beta, and it's funny because people were like sending me messages on Twitter, like, did you get a code? Because they closed the thing and they said they were going to send codes out, and I was like, if you actually paid close attention, to the wording that they used, it says right here, those who will be given access to the closed players will be informed via email. Not have been, will be informed. I had like 10 people message me like, dude, I didn't get a code. They said that people would be informed via email. It's like, dude, they didn't send the emails out yet. And by the way, I'm gonna go into a rant here. By the way, where the hell is the beta? It's mid-April. Like, I thought you wanted to, you know, test the game and make sure the game handled fine. I mean, if you're giving us like a demo, just call it a demo. If it's not a beta, just call it a demo, because I mean, it's a month and a half away till the game comes out, and it's like you're just having a beta. That's not how it works. That's not how betas work. I cannot express this enough. Like, this game needs to be perfect. DICE. It needs to be perfect. I know you guys know that, but it really does need to be perfect. And if you're at all, if the reason that you have a beta is so that you can test the game and make sure it works fine on release, but you know, it's also to work out bugs that other people find. Like, you need to, you know, make sure that this happens. We need a beta now. It's already a month too late, but we need it now. You should have had the beta in February or March. Actually, February would have been a perfect time for the beta. Sorry guys, we're going to delay the game, but guess what? We're going to have a beta in February instead of having the game released in February. That would have been perfect. That would have given you a nice couple months to work out the bugs. Instead, here we are in the middle of April, and we're still waiting for a beta date. Still, a beta date. It's not like the beta's we know the beta's coming, but we just don't know when. So I'm a bit concerned. I'm a bit concerned about like what this beta is gonna have, because if they try to do something like apparently what they did with Homefront, you guys know I played the beta for Homefront. Apparently that code for the beta was like really old, and the people who played the most modern version of the game, like the media, it handles perfectly fine. So that was like a really old code, and the hilarious thing is that people would watch that footage of that really old code of the beta, and then they make their purchasing decision off of that. They say, wow, this game's really buggy, and they only have like 2-3 months until the game comes out, and it looks like it's in barely alpha state. I'm not gonna buy this game, and that's what happens. That's what's happening with Homefront. A lot of people are gonna unfortunately skip it. It'll probably be a decent game too, because how awful their beta was. But that's, I mean, DICE, really, we need the beta now. And and by this point, if you're gonna release the beta, it has to be a good quality beta. Just call it a demo or something. I don't know. Just I'm a bit concerned right now over it because we haven't got it yet. But we'll see. Other than that, I think I got everything that was revealed. They keep going on Twitter and Facebook, and they keep, you know, posting up stuff. Here, I'm gonna go really quickly to their Twitter here and just see. They posted this today. They posted it's actually a picture of Sky City. This is the conglomerate council. So all the conglomerate corporations, all the political stuff is taking place in Sky City. So that's pretty cool, and that's it. That's all we have. That's all we have. All right, guys. Well, I'll talk with you all later. Okay. Hope you guys have a really good day, and until the next Mirror's Edge news comes out, which again are pretty much released. They're giving us like new info almost every single day. It's a bit like it's ramping up. So hopefully we get that beta soon. Hopefully we can get able to play it and test it out, and hopefully when we do play it, it's a good beta. It's not buggy or broken or weird. Again, DICE has like one chance. This game has one chance. If it does not succeed when it comes out, if it does not, if it is buggy or anything's wrong with it on the technical side when it comes out, that's it. You would be, no one's gonna buy this. Seriously, like, this game needs to be perfect. It needs to be. So, all right, I'll talk with you guys later. Have a good one, and until next time.